Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot cover myself. I want to give my 2 cents on this topic just because I think it really blew up last week, but I want to give my 2 cents on it. Hopefully it's of the popular opinion. I did want to kind of give you some advice as a cautionary tale. You can take something away from this situation. You can learn from every incident that happens for yourself, because these things continue to happen, as we can see. Now, when you try to look for articles on this situation, you're gonna look at the wording. They're gonna say Uber scam, they're gonna say shooting, they're gonna have accident, or it was a killing. That's what it was. This guy straight up murdered this Uber driver going to his house to pick up a package. She was basically routed to pick up a package at his house, regardless if it was a scam, if it was the wrong address, whatever. Okay, this man killed this lady. Because why? Because he was scared. Well, allegedly, he's been receiving phone calls, and they were saying hey, you need to give us this money, or we're gonna do something to you, or something like that. You're gonna go to jail, something like that. The normal scam type of deal. Even this is just common knowledge nowadays. It's very common knowledge. They even have, it's just common. They have these apps where you can it's like a robocaller where they can just listen to a voicemail, and they think it's someone talking, but it's just a voicemail, and just eats their time up because they need time on the phone trying to scam people to get money. But that's what he said he was experiencing. Even through investigation, they found no link between her and him. Just no link at all. So this was an innocent lady who was directed to go and pick up a package. Little do I know, I didn't even know Uber could even offer that feature, right? Normally you pick up and drop off people. It was a package that she's supposed to pick up and drop off somewhere. So hey, that's a new feature, I'm guessing. So okay, she goes over there to pick up this package from the guy. The guy meets her outside. He's like, give me your phone. He's making all these demands. He brandishes a gun, pulls a gun out on the lady, fires one. He shoots her 3 times. I think he hits her on her leg, and then maybe in the chest somewhere. Kills this lady because he was scared. He thought he was getting scammed. You're 81 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous at this point in time. I believe his bail was set at $200,000, and I believe even some more charges. Because I've been looking at the story, I've been kind of just keeping an eye on it. They racked up some more charges on him. This one's a done deal. This one's just you put the key, you lock the door, and you just throw it away. That's what this is. This is somebody who's old and senile, who has a gun. Okay, he's 80 years old. What are you doing? You're 80 years old, and you have a gun. What are you gonna do? Shoot somebody? That's what he did. He killed somebody. It's ridiculous. And to say because you were scared, you was in fear for an easy conversation. This is how sick people are. I don't even want to say scary. This is how sick people are. And I'm going to touch on this really quickly, and I'm going to move on. Just people get so sick that let's pull out let me pull my weapon out, and let me just, you're here at my house. Let's, let me just neutralize this. Neutralize this made up threat in my mind. When a simple conversation, hey, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm an Uber driver. I'm coming to pick up a package. She even said, I'm coming to pick up a package. He could have said, hey, dude, you got the wrong address. Scram. Or he didn't even have to say scram. He could have just said, hey, wrong address. I don't know nothing about no package. That would have been the end of it. He could have even called the cops. He could have even did that. He chose not to do none of those things. Just fire off on this lady. And these things happen all the time. You work in these jobs where you have to go to people's houses, and it's really fishy. I mean, you're really living on the edge. And I just want to say safe, just be safe, like be super cautious if you're involved in jobs like that where you don't have a uniform. You're just like in plain clothes. I'm telling you, this is very sketchy behavior. And it's like a certain in crowd where you want to be able to work and not go with you don't want to go out of those blocks. That's just what it is. And it's very sad. And you have, you're getting older and up in age. I think she was like in her 60s. You're picking up these odd jobs, and it's like you have to be safe. You just have to. You're going jogging. You're doing all these things. Just you're out and about, period. When you're shopping, lock your doors. You don't leave your car running. Just simple things. And it's sad at the end. It's very sad, but it's like you have to be able to do these things in practice, because situations like this happen. Like, what are you gonna do when you meet some? We're in America. We're in the United States. What happens when you run into an old racist or just a pure racist? You know what I'm saying? Like, or just somebody who you're black, right? So what happens when you run into a situation like that? You have to, as black people, you got to think about that. I'm sorry, you have to think about that. And it's just very sad. And you see the picture of this guy, zero remorse. This is what you get. This is what you got to put up with, man. And it literally throws you in a loop. It throws you. I mean, it's ridiculous at the end of the day. But to go and you want to be able to still live and still do what you have to do to make money, but you just know that it's crazy people out here like that. So you have to move a certain way. You really do. And it was a situation that happened not too long ago where this guy, he survived, by the way, but somebody sent him an address. He went to the wrong address, the wrong house to pick his cousins up or something, or drop them off. And this guy, old guy, same situation, old guy pulls a gun out, shoots this dude in the head. This is a little kid, shoots this dude in the head. He survives, right? They lock him up, and like even his family member are coming out saying like, no, this is a bad guy. He needs to be in jail. This is ridiculous. This is insanity. And you know what? Lastly, I'm gonna close on a story like this. Guys like that need to be put away, and it's sad for situations like this to happen. But you have to be able to exile yourself from people like that. And that's the whole thing about like knowing how to move. You have to know that, in the outskirts of town, you may run into individuals like this. So you have to like not associate yourself with, it's simple. It's very simple. You have to try very hard to minimize your interaction with people like that. You have to, because when you run into somebody who's not thinking, and it's their way or the highway, kaboom, you get situations like this. And it's very sad. It's like completely innocent, wrong place, wrong time. In fact, she was scammed. You had people making an argument for this man to be released. He gets to go around and kill somebody because he was scared. That's our rationale. That's not our. That's some people that's how some people rationalize. You have people that are complete monsters. And the way they think, their thought pattern. This is the level of ignorance. And they know right from wrong. They're choosing to be oblivious to situations like this, right? But it was a situation that this guy, it was an off-duty cop. Excuse me, it wasn't an off-duty cop. It was a ex-cop, and he had all this like, racial, political cartoons. Like the animations they have in the newspaper. He would do that. He would like post that online, and he would like try to come at it from a political stance. Very racist in nature, just very racist. He was a white Hispanic male, and just racist. And he would run down on protesters and stick a camera in their face, and he would just do all these things, and try to exercise First Amendment, Second Amendment, right to bear, all this stuff, right? He would do all of that, okay? And he called himself an activist. It wasn't an activist. He was just running down on protesters, period. That's what he was doing, and posting up on his social media. And he had bipolar, right? He was bipolar, right? He had bipolar disorder. But he goes to this Walgreens, and he goes to the pharmacy to pick up his prescription. There's a black guy already in line. This black guy is literally like 6+. He could easily, looking at a picture, he can easily be like 6'3", 6'5", right? Maybe even 6'2", right? But this is a big guy, all right? So dude skips him in line, and he's like, "You just skipped me in line." An argument ensues. This guy ends up pulling out his macing this black guy, then pulls his weapon out on him. They're on opposite ends of the aisle at this point in time, and I guess he just doesn't know, black guy got a weapon too, right? The dude he just maced, he has a weapon too. So he pulls out, he closes in the distance, and then he just like he ends the situation right there. They throw this guy in jail, and they're like holding him. Some of the reasons they're saying is like he had a chance to leave, to flee and get away, but he chose not to. But yet this guy maced him first. So this guy attacked him and is attacking him, has a weapon, pulls out his weapon. He can't see. He pulls out his weapon, trying to figure where this guy is at, who just attacked him, and who is continuing. He's in the act to continue the assault. And then heroically, this guy closes in the distance. This guy's a hero. When you really think about it, this black guy, he's a hero, right? Neutralizes the threat completely. They take him to jail. They're saying that he had a chance to leave. He didn't leave, right? They got him in jail. He's doing all these interviews. They do a retrial because I think it was like a 10-2, and 10 agreed for him to, he was guilty. The other 2 was like, no, not guilty. So it was like a mistrial or something like that. They get another jury, another 12 in. They find him innocent, right? So he walks. But I said that to say it's situations that happen like that. This dude was on the phone with his mom while this stuff was going on. He's in line at the Walgreens pharmacy so he can get his blood pressure medicine. And it's situations like that. It's you have to be prepared for. You have to be. At the end of the day, if you're just moving out, you have to be, right? And who's to say he wouldn't have just killed her, like if she would have gave him his phone? You're a guy. You have to understand, man. This is tough. You have to understand that. You have to understand. You have some people who there's no mirror. They cannot, they will not. It's not natural. It's not in their nature to look at themselves, introspect, to have that, to be able to look in the mirror and look at their ego, look how they look at yourself. Just see how you look out to the world. Can't do it. Have zero self-awareness. Their way or the highway. At the end of the day, you look crazy. You are crazy. Everybody sees it but you. And it takes some major incident like this in front page news a life is lost, and it's gonna be a black person. It's gonna be at this point in time. That's just what it is. It's gonna be, and and hopefully you don't go to jail. That's the name of the game at this point. But I wanted to give my 2 cents on this story, and just, hey, you can learn from it. Protect yourself at all times. It's crazy situations. You don't want to put yourself in situations you're going to be in. It's a possibility where you can interact with some, crazies. You just have to always be aware. But that's what I got for you guys, man. Peace. I'm out.